Man, fuck you and your bone spurs.
All right. Welcome to the live lineup, boys and girls. How are you? Look at the heavy hitters. You get Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, Andrew Wilson, all the other shows you see scrolling by here from 9 a.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern time. Right here on Rumble. Best part, it's all free. You should be on it all day. Well, I know you're going to work and shit, but people don't, in this country, don't care. They have their headphones in. They're not paying attention. They're flying a plane. They hit something. You know. If I hear one more story about a plane just missing another plane, there was 3 of them since I've talked to you people last. And I'm out there getting on a plane tomorrow. And one of them was American. It doesn't make me feel good. Now, I don't know if this has been going on forever and they're just telling us about them now, but it's getting a little frightening. We got a story today. They had to haul a pilot off when he landed. You won't believe why, but I'll tell you. It's creepy out there. Today I'll be talking about, other than that, Trump made a big, beautiful deal. It's big, it's beautiful. I don't think, can't even do him. It's not like me with a cold. What the fuck? He made a deal with the European Union. This guy has, I was telling Dallas, he must have just been watching for the last 40 years and going, how stupid. And we have proof he was doing that because he was on Oprah in the 80s. Saying the exact same thing as he is now. You can find that on the internet. Him going, Oprah, I'm sick of watching this country being ripped off. And
back then everyone agreed with him.
Yeah, exactly. He made a huge deal with the European Union. And then you got new polls about the Democrat Party. They're lower than fucking whale shit. No surprise. And then there was a psycho. We don't go in America without some type of mass violence once a weekend. Some psycho in a town in Michigan stabbed 11 people at a Wal-Mart. And we had to have, guess what? A guy with a gun stopped it all. You won't see that on CNN. That's about it. And I'm going to review a movie. Not a review, I'll just talk about it. Oh, my God. Some of you guys, if you're Tom Hardy fans, the chances are good you've seen it because it came out in 2008, and it's called Bronson. And it's about the most violent criminal in the history of Britain's prison system. Naturally, a white guy. Although today you wouldn't say that, but back then you would. And it is dark and scary. And ladies, if you like frontal nudity, that's a good thing. Bad thing is he's got an anteater. So, yeah, uncircumcised. But he's naked half the movie, brawling in with the cops in his cell. And it's as dark. And you know me, I'd never lead you guys astray on movies. And where did I find it? Tubi. I should be the spokesman for Tubi. Crowder and all his guys laugh at me because I watch Tubi when I go back to the hotel. And you have to sit through a couple commercials. Big deal. They have a ton of movies you won't find on Netflix. I'm talking when they made good movies, like you know what I mean? Like Chinatown, French Connection, and shit that you've never heard of, with Christopher Walken in it when he was 23. Pacino. I saw some that I never even knew Pacino made, and this is all on Tubi. And of course, the algorithm sends me nothing but prison and violent movies. So, but they're dark and good, and they were well written and realistic, and there's nobody in tights saving Batman. Excuse me. Anywho, Red Sox took 2 or 3 from the mighty Dodgers this weekend. Of course, Alex Bregman's only been back about a week. What's he do? We're down by a run, I think, in the 7th. He hits a 2-run bomb. That guy's got a gene for clutch shit. I used to watch him when he was on the Astros going, why can't we get this guy? He was always clutch, and he still is.
You sent me that Kruger kid from the A's.
Thank you for bringing that up. Kurtz. Nick Kurtz. Have you seen this one, guys? If you're sports fans, if you're not, I don't know why you're watching this. There's a pottery show on Channel 11 right next to the History Channel. This guy, Nick Kurtz, he's a rookie for the A's. Used to be the Oakland A's. Now they're sort of in limbo, playing in Sacramento. But anyways, he's a rookie. And this was on the road. Who were they playing? Was that in Houston?
Houston, yeah.
It was in Houston. Yep. Listen to this. He's a rookie now. I think he singled. These might be out of order, but you'll get the point. He went 6 for 6. Not his first game up. He's a rookie. But regardless, arguably the best day an offensive baseball player's ever had. He had a single, and then he hit a home run, and then he hit a double, then he hit another home run, and then he hit another home run, and then he hit a 4th home run. Single, double, 4 home runs. 6 for 6. Nobody's done it before.
Only missed a triple.
I know. And the only reason you missed a triple, you don't get up 7 times. Usually, right?
Yeah.
And was it the third one that was a bomb into the right upper tank? And what was great about it, the crowd, again, he's on the road. It's not his home crowd. But when you're baseball fans, this is the reason you buy a ticket, hoping to see something like, you don't care who does it. The whole Houston crowd, when he came up to bat like the third time, he had already hit one and hit one on, and they're like, wow. And they're already getting a little excited. He hits another one. So when he comes up for that third homer, the place is already buzzing. And he hits you just hear the crowd go, wah! And then when he hit the fucking fourth one, it sounded like they were in Oakland. Can you imagine? And if his career ended tomorrow, if he blew out his knees, you could actually point to that and be proud. You go, no, I only played, I played 60 games with the A, but look what I did one game. And nobody's done it, not Babe Ruth, not anybody. So Google that if you like that. And while I was Googling that, I stumbled over another one. Did I send you the rundown? I didn't send you the run. A guy hits a ball at the first base. There's a guy on third. He kind of nubbed it, almost like a bunt. And the first baseman fielded it and started, and instead of running to first, the runner starts going back to home. So he flips it to the catcher, and then so they got him in a rundown between home and whatever. Meanwhile, the guy from third dives in. I know. It was right out of Little League. Isn't that amazing? You're like, oh, this guy's running out of the crowd was like, why is he running back to home?
It's a nice distraction, that's what it was.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Just brilliant baseball is what that was. Anyhow, you can find a ton of that shit. There's clips that I'm like, how did I not hear about this one? Let's get right to the big, beautiful deal. Trump must have been laughing watching these other presidents. How did he stay quiet so long? He was too busy building the New York skyline. But his dad gave him all the money. His dad gave him $10 million. Do you believe it now? They don't. The Democrat, and that's the beauty of it. As he is pulling shit off like this, the Dems are in a free fall. They are falling. And I said it's the gut fell in the text. I said, it's because their whole foundation was based, it's like a sandcastle. It was based on lies. And it's getting swept away. And the only way you can even fucking make a recovery is to almost think like the Republicans do. Because it's based in common sense. And that usually wins out. Although AI's coming. So I don't know if that's going to hold true much longer. I see that shit. AI is like, it's coming down the tracks at 100 miles an hour. Now you take a picture. You can take a picture of my grandparents. I got a picture of my grandparents in the garden. Right? They're in their fucking late 80s, and this was taken in the 70s. You can make that picture like come alive and have them talk. That's not creepy. I don't need my grandfather cursing at me again. I don't need that kind of pressure. Every time I came out of the house, he was missing these fingers. He cut them off, by the way, on a table saw. And he fucking yelled at me, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Black and white pictures from the 40s you can make come alive. That's not creepy. Goodness gracious. How do I get a 19-year-old Pam Anderson to barge into my house? It's going to be possible in about a month. It's so hot here in Georgia, folks. How hot is it? It's so hot I saw a dog chasing a cat, and they were both walking. Johnny Carson. The heat index was like, it was 101 yesterday. With the heat index, it was 100. They said like it felt like it was 112 or 150, which since I've moved here, this is like the hottest I've felt it. Anyways, why am I saying that? Because it's getting warmer. We have the air conditioner on here in the studio, and when it gets that hot and humid, yeah, we'll put it on 7. I'll even put it on 74 tonight. Anyways, the big, beautiful deal. President Trump announced remind me to tell a story about Andy getting a flat, and I had to go retrieve her. She had her sister over. They went down to Mount St. Simon. I keep saying Mount Simon. St. Simon, about an hour and a half south of here, and I get a call on Sunday. We're by the side of the road with a flat. And I said, well, enjoy it. Take it easy. I'm watching the socks and my hands on my pants. And they went in. Take it easy. And we'll get into AAA and why they're useless. President Trump announced a sweeping trade agreement with the European Union. We call that the EPU on Sunday, setting a baseline. I hate to do financial news, guys, because you know I'm not a businessman. That's my brother. My brother can't watch a commercial or without, he'll, the bottom line, he'll tell you what the marketing is. And he's so good at it, I got him handling my money. And they always go, you can't never have your thing. Bullshit. I told him, I go, dude, you could lose all this tomorrow. I'm not going to it would be a relief to me because money, I don't know who said this, it's a pain in the ass. It's a lot. I see a lot of homeless people look way happier than I do. Sitting there with their fucking whiskey in their hand on like me without a TV or a house. Anyways, on Sunday, setting a baseline 15% tariff on European imports, including automobiles, while keeping existing 50% duties on steel and aluminum in place. He's been watching for the last, like I said, 40 years, and he knows all this. Can you imagine if he didn't get in? He's straightening everything that's been ailing this country for the last 40, 50 years. And it makes you wonder about all the other presidents that came before him, how they were part of the global fucking New World Order shit. Anyways, 50% duties on steel and aluminum in place. As part of the deal, the European Union committed, listen to this, to purchasing, even I know these are good enough, $75 billion with a B in U.S. energy.
$750 billion.
I'm sorry, I can't even read the numbers. Dude, $11 we got. $750 billion, thank you, Mr. Producer, in U.S. energy products. I mean, let me give you the technical term for that. That's a lot.
That's fucking beautiful.
Trump announced the agreement during a press conference with the European Commission. President Ursula von der Leyen, there she is, sitting like a lady. Unlike, who were we talking about last week? Who were we talking about? Oh, Macron's wife, sitting like a guy, remember? Did we show that clip? I said she's sitting like she just came off that. She made a sack at Giant Stadium. Von der Leyen, after a private meeting at Trump Turnberry in Scotland. That's where his golf course is. I watch guys like this. I used to have a joke about it. There was a show called Biography or Autobiography. I don't know. But it was biographies on famous people. And I go, do you ever watch that and feel like you've done shit with your life? And I had this joke about they did it on Ted Williams. Ted Williams grew up as a latchkey kid in a suburb of San Diego. Ends up going into the military for 2 wars. First of all, he gets into baseball, becomes the greatest hitter of all time. 344 lifetime average. Last guy did 400. Slept with every woman twice in the country, probably. They say John Wayne's character was based on Ted Williams. I mean, then he goes into the war. I'm not even sure which ones, probably were. Ends up, literally, they said he was the best fighter pilot in World War II or the Korean War. Anyways, he wins a shitload of medals there and goes to re-enlist in another war. So he does all that on top of his baseball career. I go, then the show ends, right? And the credits roll, and I look up above my TV on the shelf. There's a picture of me in 5th grade holding a 2-inch sunfish. I know you'd like that. Isn't that fucking... That's one of my favorite jokes because it worked on TV and everywhere else. Okay, I guess we show Trump mansplaining how we're going to run the world again.
So we're going to do the following. The European Union is going to agree to purchase from the United States $750 billion worth of energy. $750 billion worth of energy.
Most of it static cling.
They are going to agree to invest into the United States $600 billion more than they're investing already. So they're investing a large amount of money.
Yeah, we get it.
You know what that amount of money is. It's very substantial, but they're going to invest an additional...
Pause. Wouldn't it be funny if she went to talk and he went like this? And he keeps talking.
$600 billion. they're agreeing to open up their countries to trade at zero tariff. So that's a very big factor. Opening up their countries, all of the countries will be opened up to trade with the United States at zero tariff. And they're agreeing to purchase a vast amount of military equipment. We don't know what that number is, but it's the good news is we make the best military equipment in the world. So sort of you have to do that. I mean, until somebody tops us, which is not going to happen. We're way ahead of every other country in terms of the quality of the military equipment. You saw that recently in Iran, and you see that, unfortunately, you see that often for all the wrong reasons, right? So those things are 750 billion, 600 billion, opening up the country. We are agreeing that the tariff straight across for automobiles and everything else will be a straight across tariff of 15%.
So their shit still has a tariff on it of 15%. Holy moly.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Then they explain why. I'm like, how could he? Why is this deal so one-sided towards the United? But it makes, when asked about what concessions the United States would make to the EU, von der Leyen stressed this was about, and this was refreshing to hear from. Where's this broad been? She says this is about rebalancing the surplus Europe had and the deficit the United States had during this relationship for the last I don't know how many years since the EU started. Do you understand? So you got to ask yourself, what was everyone else fucking? I mean, literally taking advantage of and ripping us off. And Trump goes, wait a minute, we're still the only superpower left, and we've been letting these people rape us for years. Money makes the world go round. He knows that better than anybody. And deals make no wonder why he was salivating to get back into the office. And like Dallas said, can you imagine what he would have done if he didn't have all the shit and shenanigans they were trying to pull on his first term? I mean, we would have already been straightened out, as they say. The starting point was an imbalanced surplus on our side and a deficit on the U.S. side. That's her talking. And we wanted to rebalance the trade relation, and we wanted to do it in a way that trade goes on between the two of us across the Atlantic because the two biggest economies should have a good trade flow between us, she said. And that's a woman who Hillary wishes she was. Anyways, she's actually heterosexual and made a nice deal. I think we hit exactly the point we wanted to find, she said, in terms of, you could say that again. It's got nothing to do with the rebalance, but enable trade on both sides, which means good jobs on both sides of the Atlantic, means prosperity on both sides of the Atlantic. And that was important for us, she said. That, and I gave him the hand job of his life. You know, folks, in 2024, total trade between the U.S. and the European Union in goods and services exceeded 1.68 trillion euro. That's roughly $1.8 billion. This accounts for nearly 30% of global trade, and 43% of the global gross domestic product, making it the world's largest bilateral trading relationship. I mean, did he even, I don't pay attention to business news that much. I don't even remember him touting this. I know he was going to straighten it out. But like for the last few weeks, I didn't hear him. Maybe he did go, oh, what you see where I got come?
Well, because he's not announcing every fucking thing like Biden did.
Oh, Biden had nothing.
Just comes out with it.
Yeah. Biden couldn't announce anything because it was all bad news. Got a big announcement. We just lost 14 soldiers leaving. You know, just a mameluke, just a jerk off to the bitter end. And the whole party, the whole Democrat, they are they are on fire. Oh my God. It's fun. I've always been kind of a news junkie. I'm more excited now when I click the button to see what Trump did. And there was some Democrat black dude, of course, who threw a tantrum this weekend. They had to carry him out of some friggin' press conference. They're doing antics from the 60s during Vietnam. That's how far left they are. They're back there. which is hilarious. They call themselves progressives, and they got it in reverse, and they're going 100 miles an hour, and they think that's the answer. It's fucking precious to watch. It really is. It's a good segue into demolishing the Dems. The Democrat Party has hit a 35-year low with American voters. You know what's scary? I'm like, that goes back to the late 70s. And I'm, what? It goes back to 1990. I'll be dead in 6 minutes. According to a new Wall Street Journal poll showing, listen to this, 63% view the party unfavorably. The worst rating since 1990, and just 8% hold a very favorable view, and that's Adam Schiff and his 2 kids. I don't know who the fuck would... The poll indicates that voters trust Republicans over Democrats to handle nearly every key issue. I don't know why Dallas is showing you my cardiogram. I get a little excited when this sucks. That's my cholesterol. In black is the latest. Democrats to handle nearly every key issue, including inflation, tariffs, foreign policy, and most significantly, immigration, where Republicans hold a staggering 24-point advantage. How is that not a 124-point advantage? It just goes to show the mentality of the left, and it's not about what's good for the country. It's about we want to win. We'll never accept anything you do. It's the most childish, juvenile, You watch I used to watch Reagan and Tip O'Neill. They'd go out after work and talk about shit over drinks. It really, to me, it's generational. It's people and their personalities, how they were raised, and the people just not as good anymore. And that includes me. I'm a real suck-ass. Even among voters who disapprove of Trump's approach to certain policies, the GOP is still favored to lead. For example, get this, voters disapprove of Trump's handling of inflation by 11 points. Can somebody explain why that is to me? Yeah. When inflation's almost not existing right now, yet still 11 points, they disapprove, yet they trust Republicans over Democrats on inflation by 10 points. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Makes me think that some of these numbers are bullshit, once again, in the left's favor. The pattern repeats across multiple issues, with voters essentially signaling, we may not love Trump, but we trust his party to govern.
I am your voice.
The Democrat brand is so bad, I thought this was a great line, that they don't have the credibility to be a critic of Trump or the Republican Party. And you know who said that? A Democrat pollster, John Anzalone, who conducted the survey, okay? And he says this about the Democrats. That's what he said. Brought the mic right into the bathroom. Yeah, that's a Democrat pollster. By the way, I didn't do this as a story, but AOC's been missing. Nobody's seen her on the news lately because the crime and street and hookers are going through the roof, all that garbage in her district. You guys don't know what you're doing. I said it again, Dems. You picked the wrong vocation. You really should have been social workers and shit like that. Because it's all about feeling, and apparently we still need that. Anyways, the problems appear to be compounding. The Democrat Party's grip on voter identity is slipping like a used condom off Boy George's dick in a hotel room in London in 1981. What? That's what it says in a teleprompter. The donkey, it says loser on the poor prick. They said that right after this picture was taken, that donkey committed suicide. Drank a bottle of Prestone. While Democrats once enjoyed a 6-point registration edge in 2017, Republicans now lead by 1 point. This marks a rare and significant realignment in the electorate. Republicans built the first durable lead in party identification last year and have maintained that lead today. Thanks to Mr. Remember, even last year they were going, remember there was going to be a split? Trump's turning, MAGA's, traditional Republicans don't like this. It's his party. He took and he said it a couple of years ago. It's my party now. Democrats are planning town hall meetings. That's a good idea. Across the country, including in Republican districts. Good. Tell us where those are located. I got about 4 rotten zucchini in my fridge that I'd like to unload right off Pelosi's fat head. Is she even alive? I don't know. Yeah, so they're going to go into Republican districts and have town halls. That'll work out great to make the case against Trump. So you're trying to make a case against success.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You're going, he's very successful. He's doing what the country wants, what you voted for. That's wrong. That's what it's right. I'm not even exaggerating. That's how it goes right now. Meanwhile, the Republican National Committee, listen to this, ended the first half of 2025 with more than $80 million on hand. That girl on OnlyFans made that much in, what, a couple of years?
Exactly. Yeah.
That little broad, because she had an ass like a nectarine. 80 mil. I'm telling you, if I was hung like a horse, I'd be laying on my couch with my wife filming me right now. And you know what? Make 11 cents. Girls don't give a fuck. So it's finally hit home with me at 63 years of age. They just don't think like this. You're finally 63. Anyways, more than $80 million on hand for the Republicans compared to 15, I'll repeat that, 15 million. Jesus Christ, Elon Musk spends that at fucking Burger King a month. Held by the Democrats' national campaign arm. Apparently that arm is broken in two places. Who's with me? They suck at everything they do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'll be traveling the world as I always do. Tour dates. Holy moly. What's the date today, Dallas?
Today is the 28th.
28th. And there's, let's see, this is July, so there's 31. Am I right? Yeah.
Next weekend.
What?
Next weekend, you're gone.
Don't tell me that. I go to Crowder, see, this week,
Yep. And then next
and I get home. Oh, then the fall, not this one coming, but, oh, you scared me.
next weekend.
Okay, so I have that much time to pout. August 8th and 9th, Side Splitters, Tampa. Very good gig. Always have fun there. I'm hitting this button thinking I'm moving. Am I fucking lost in space? September 19th and 20th, Wise Guys, Salt Lake City, Utah. Might be my favorite comedy city when people ask me. October 3rd, I'm always in Arlington when Alabama and Georgia are playing, and they start at like 7 or 7:30 on ESPN, and I'm just about to go on stage, and I cry the whole time I'm up there. October 3rd, Arlington Draft House, Arlington, Virginia. And then October 16th, Zanies in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm looking forward to that. It's a great town. Maybe I'll ride that mechanical bull. I'll film it and we'll have it go viral. I'll do it. I'm going to do it like, you know who? Like Tom Hardy did in this movie, Bronson. I'll be naked on the bull. Or cover myself with one of my hats. Go to the nickdip.com, the merchandise page. There's hats and good stuff, actually. Actually, stuff that I'd actually wear. Hoodies, hats, thermoses. Nick DiPaolo baseball gloves now. We get, you know what, bassinets. I don't know if you want that, but a kid. At nickdip.com.